One of my least favorite things about social media is that there's a handful of tweets or posts that go viral every few weeks just by different people. It's the exact same post, but they just keep going viral with new posters, often with the picture of Flynn Rider with the swords. Which, side note, there's my opportunity to juice Tangled again. Go watch Tangled if you haven't before or haven't recently. This movie's great. Like, it's honestly frustrating how big Frozen got when Tangled was right there. It's better in every possible way, but anyways. But this happened again the other day when Sosa tweeted out, "What's the biggest scam in tech that has become widely accepted?" Oh my goodness, you've never seen that tweet before. But this time was a little different because it was responded to by someone named @Pookie's Paradise, who said requiring a subscription for online console gaming. And frankly, that's a great point. I'm not even upset about the fact that the point was made. I'm upset at the people who responded to the point, which we'll get into that. But paying for online console gaming is a scam. There's no reason that Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo have to charge you for online access to multiplayer games. How do I know that? Well, first of all, they didn't used to charge you for it. And second of all, the PC and mobile devices don't charge you at all for it. It is a scam for them to put a firewall in between you and your internet access. Oh, also more evidence, a lot of free-to-play games on the console don't require an online subscription to access the multiplayer. If the multiplayer inherently costed Microsoft and Sony money, why would they be picky and choosy about which ones actually need it? It's almost like none of them need it. The only reason they charge you to play games online is because they get away with it. If everyone stopped paying for it or everyone caused a bigger stink about it, they would stop making you pay for it. Just like how PC gamers kicked Games for Windows Live out of the industry in record time, you could kick Xbox Live Gold or whatever it's called now, or PS Plus, whatever that one's called now. Like, you guys could kick those out of the console industry. It's just you're choosing not to because you have no integrity. Sorry if that's insulting, but that's just the way it is. Literally, this is a problem of your own making. The only reason they continue to charge you for online access on the consoles is because you continue to pay for it. But this quote tweet from Pookie went viral. A bunch of console fanboys got in the comments and started yelling at people for saying it or for agreeing with it. And we're just gonna read some of the responses because, my goodness. If you thought that it was harsh for me to say this is a problem of your own making, just wait till we read these. Like, I question how some of you even have financial independence if this is how you feel about getting scammed. But let's just begin. @K4DC says, "How is that a scam? The infrastructure costs money." Ah, yes, the infrastructure. What infrastructure exactly? Because when you boot up Fortnite on the Xbox, that's not Xbox's infrastructure. It's Fortnite's. When you boot up Call of Duty on the PlayStation, that's not PlayStation's infrastructure, it's Activision's. Do you see the problem here? That's why, again, none of these companies charge you to access their infrastructure on PC or on mobile. Maybe it's because they're not actually the one charging you for the infrastructure. It's the console charging you for the infrastructure that's not actually theirs. But let's just say that's not what you mean by infrastructure. Because I'm reading this as if infrastructure means like the actual game, the stability of the game itself. But let's just say that's not what you mean by infrastructure. Let's just say that what you mean by infrastructure is like PSN as a whole, or Xbox Live as a whole. Those things cost money and therefore they gotta charge you for it. Oh man, I wonder if there's some other way they could be paying for it. God, it's like console gaming is more expensive than ever. And you're justifying them charging you for something they don't have to charge you for? Like, are you kidding me? Like PSN costs money, man. We gotta pay for PSN. There's no way that Sony could pay for the PSN infrastructure in any other way. Sure, they're charging $700 for consoles now. Ugh. They just have no money, they can't afford it. And gosh, Microsoft has like $4 in the bank. How could they possibly pay to keep their infrastructure running? They're just Microsoft, They just can't afford it otherwise. Meanwhile, the PCs over here with what was it? What was that recent report that came out? 900 and something million users, and precisely 0 of them are paying extra to play their own games online. Like, God, how is it a scam? The infrastructure costs money. Yes, because apparently subscriptions are the only way an infrastructure can be paid for, apparently. That's the magic budgeting rules. Here's a fun little exchange. Vermilion responds and says, just get a PC, bro. They get a response from Okita Soji, who says, not all people can afford a good PC, and shit look unoptimized all the time. The majority people buy a game console because it's just plug and play. Man, we really just hit the banger there. So we went from, you can't afford a good PC. PC gaming is too expensive. Console gaming is expensive as shit. And we're also defending the fact that we pay extra to play our own games online. But also, you can't afford a PC. Like, which one is it? Consoles are expensive, and you're openly advocating for making them even more expensive, but PC gaming? That's too much money. Like, where is the line? They won't tell you where the line is, because then they would have to keep moving it. What else did you say? Shit look unoptimized all the time. Okay, so change your graphics settings. Also, there's no possible way that a console gamer is about to tell PC gamers that their games look unoptimized all the time. Modern console games run like garbage. Why do you think they brought 30 FPS caps back? Why do you think they're trying to force upscaling anywhere they can? It's because they can't optimize for shit, and you keep paying for it. Not only do you keep paying for it, again, you're openly advocating paying even more for it. So why would it get better? And then this last bit here, the majority of people buy a game console because it's just plug and play. Again, there's over 900 million PC gamers right now. There's no way you're going to tell me that the majority of people are on console. That's just patently not true. But also, the console is not plug and play anymore. It used to be, it's not anymore. Oh, but console, it's just a couple extra steps. It's basically plug and play. The order of operation for a console and a gaming PC are exactly the same. If one of them is plug and play, they both are. Do you understand? Console, you plug in the machine, you get a buttload of updates, you wait forever to download a game or install a game off the disc because we can't just put a disc in the console and play off the disc anymore. That's not a thing. It hasn't been for a while. You plug in the console, you wait for a bunch of progress bars, and then you play. On the PC, you plug in the machine, you wait for some progress bars, and then you click play. Explain to me how one of these is plug and play and the other isn't. You have to explain this now because the consoles are not plug and play anymore. Again, they used to be. They absolutely used to be. This absolutely used to be an advantage, but it's not anymore. And ironically, the consoles are doing the progress bar section of the order of operations. They do it so much worse because they bottleneck the shit out of your internet, because they have garbage hardware that takes forever to do things that the PC can just do so effortlessly. So ironically, what you are describing as plug and play is arguably even less plug and play than the thing you think is not plug and play. Ooh, it's so stupid. Let's keep going. Because Vermilion also got a response from someone named Penguin Donut, who says, just spend 3 to 5 times the cost just to play the same games, bro. Implying that you have to spend 3 to 5 times the amount of a console to play games. In a thread where we are actively advocating for console gaming to be more expensive. Do I have that right? Look, you can get a solid gaming PC for less than $1,000. Like, you can get a solid mid-tier gaming PC, like upper mid-tier, I would say, for less than $1,000. And if you're really on a budget, you can go well below that. If you're willing to buy parts used and put the thing together yourself, you could probably make a really solid, like upper mid, lower high tier PC for like the high hundreds, I would say. It's a big range, and obviously it depends on like where you're getting your parts, but there's a gigantic marketplace for used parts. So if you want to buy used parts a la carte and then put the thing together yourself, you can make a really powerful PC, absolutely a console killing PC, certainly for the price of a PS5 Pro. And then once you have that PC, you pay less for games. You don't pay to play online, you pay less for upkeep, you pay less for future-proofing. Like, this argument that PC gaming is just so much more expensive than console gaming, it hasn't been true for a long time. And again, the absolute fucking irony of you bringing up this lie in order to defend consoles charging you for something they shouldn't be charging you for. Take your ass out of your ass. What is this? Brandon says on PC, the servers just get shut down. Console doesn't have that problem because people pay for the service. Oh, okay. So if you pay for PS Plus or Xbox Live, that means game servers don't get shut down. Are you sure about that? Console game servers get shut down regardless of whether or not you're paying for the service. because, like I said earlier, it's almost like the thing you're paying for isn't actually the game's server. On PC, game servers just get shut down. Consoles, you pay for it. Well, on the consoles, the servers still get shut down. So, what were you paying for? The answer is nothing. The answer is you're not paying for anything, because that's what a scam is. These game servers operate independently. They interact with like Xbox Live servers or PSN servers, but that's not what you're paying for, and that's not what dictate whether or not a game gets shut down. You can give all the money in the world to PSN, and it wouldn't save an individual game from being shut down. Like, how do we not understand this? Sunday says biggest dupe PC players ever pulled was convincing people that servers don't cost anything. We didn't do that though, and we've never said that servers don't cost anything. What we say is that Xbox and PlayStation shouldn't be charging you for online access to your own games, because reason one is that money is not required of you, as evidenced by the fact that other platforms don't have to pay for it. But two, the other thing that we say, and the whole argument that we make here, is not that servers don't cost anything, but rather there are other ways that the servers can be paid for, and that other companies use other revenue sources to pay for their servers. I don't pay to use Valve's servers for Counter-Strike because Valve gets the money to maintain their servers from other things, like their actual goods and services that they charge for. They don't charge me for a product and then charge me again to use that product. They charge me once for the product and then use the money that I gave them to maintain the product that I paid for. You see how that works? Consoles absolutely do not have to charge you for online access. They do it because they can. Also, in case I really have to spell this out, it's not that servers don't cost anything, it's that the money you're paying for console servers aren't actually going into console servers. And the biggest evidence for that is the fact that other platforms don't make you pay for this. Like here, example. Every once in a while, fucking Fortnite goes down. Or fucking Call of Duty servers don't work. Well, I'm paying for PS Plus, and PlayStation Plus is still working. Why isn't Call of Duty working? It's because you're not actually paying for the servers the game runs on. Oh, interesting. Or how about this is a really random example, but it's just the first one that I thought of. Babylon's Fall. Remember that game? That game that the servers for that game got shut down in like record time. But you continued to pay for PS Plus. If PS Plus is what was funding the server, why did that game get shut down on PlayStation? The publisher couldn't afford to keep the servers running. Well, why would they have to pay for that if PS Plus is paying for that? It's almost like the PS Plus charge wasn't actually funding the game's servers. Again, it's not that server upkeep is free. It's that what they're charging you for in regards to server upkeep isn't actually server upkeep, and you shouldn't have to pay for it. And the fact that they are making you pay for it just proves how complacent you have become and how dumb they think you are. And even if they were in charge of all the game servers, even if they were in charge of funding all those things, are you really telling me they can't find that money anywhere else? With their $70 games and their $700 consoles and their $500 consoles, you're really telling me they need more money from you to make sure servers don't break? Are you dumb? Julian says servers don't pay for themselves. How do people not understand this? I don't get this. I don't get how people are like, okay, console charges me to play online. PC has the exact same game, and it doesn't charge me to play online. What's going on here? Is the server upkeep on the PC is it magically free? Well, no, of course not. There's still servers. Then why does the console one cost money? It's because people are stupid. Like what? Servers don't pay for themselves, guys. Well, I don't have to pay for the servers on the PC. So what's your explanation for that? Well, you just don't understand. Could you fucking enlighten me then? No, you won't. Hudson says, garbage value is one thing, but I don't think you guys know what scam means. Oh boy. So paying money for something that you shouldn't have to pay money for, and that doesn't cost the company any more money to do, them charging you for that. That's not a scam, it's just garbage value. Which, can't we make the argument that garbage value... I know. Hi, Bonnie. People have been asking you to... Do you have more to say? I gave her a bunch of little tummy scritches while she was meowing. Okay, let's see if I can get her to do that again. It's a spooky cat. You could easily make the argument that garbage value eventually becomes a scam, but I don't think you know what scam means either. They're charging you for something that they shouldn't have to charge you at all for. That's not a garbage value. That is literally a scam. You buy a game and you want to play it online, and they're like, hey, you got to fork up extra money to play online, even though you already paid for the game, and even though you could play this game online on a different platform without paying extra money for it, because the online access doesn't actually affect us. But you got to pay extra for it because we said so. How the fuck is that not a scam? It's not a scam. It's just bad value because they also give you some free games. They give you free games. First of all, they're not free because you're paying for them. But the only reason they give you the games is to distract you from the scam and try to make it seem like it's not a scam when it is a scam. Stop falling for it. You're so stupid. Potsamag says PlayStation wasn't like that before. I remember playing COD Black Ops 1 online for free. Yeah, exactly. It was free to play online on the PlayStation, but you had to pay for Xbox Live to play it on the Xbox. Same exact game, but one of them charged you, one of them didn't. And yet people will still look you in the face and say this is all about server maintenance and all about and like maintaining servers. It's blatantly not. It never has been. And the extra insulting part is all this does is create more potential problems, you know? PSN goes down and you can't access any of the online games that you have on your PlayStation. But PlayStation's not even upkeeping those games' servers. It's just a firewall. You get what I'm saying? Like individual, like let's say you have a bunch of games on your PlayStation. You have like Black Ops 6, you have fucking Sea of Thieves, you have fucking, what's one more game? NBA, 2K, whatever they're on right now. Those three games all have their own servers individually. But in order to get to their servers, you have to access your PSN account first. And if Sony's PSN services go down, then you can't access any of those games. Even though those games, their servers, are still perfectly functional. But here you are paying for the PSN account, which can keep you from getting to all of those games. So what you're paying for when you pay for PSN, you are literally paying for your own firewall. Like, really think about this. You are paying for your own firewall. It's like if there was someone in your neighborhood, right? Like you have your house, you have your driveway, and then there's your road, right? It's like if there was someone in your neighborhood who would come and stand in your front yard and like wouldn't let you back out of your driveway unless you gave him $20. Like, obviously that's stupid. Obviously you shouldn't have to do that, but you keep paying him $20. It's like, I just don't want any trouble. I don't want to have to go out there and kick his ass because he's being an asshole and I need his asshole to be kicked. I'm just going to keep giving him $20 so I need to leave the house. You know what I mean? But then that guy rings you up one day and is like, hey man, I'm sick. I have strep throat. I can't come stand in your driveway today. Can you just Venmo me the 20 or like stay home today? And you're like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I'll just stay home. I'll stay home and I'll Venmo you the 20. And he's like, all right, cool, man. Once I'm better, I'll come stand in your driveway again and keep you from leaving. And you're like, all right, great. I am challenging you to counter my analogy. That is exactly what this is. One more from @SectionVR who says, brother, the servers cost money. They already lose money selling their consoles at a loss, which isn't that not even true anymore? Why would they lose even more money hosting servers for tens of millions of people? Again, the people selling you the consoles are not the people hosting the servers. They are the people hosting the network that gets you to all the servers, which the PC proves is not even a requirement of the infrastructure. They are paying for their own potential problems with their own infrastructure. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. If the cost of their consoles can't maintain their own infrastructure, the infrastructure shouldn't be there. Like, it's not necessary, and if you can't afford to keep it up on your own, that is not my problem as the consumer. It is not the consumer's responsibility to make your budget. That is your responsibility. Oh, chugging my coffee. I gotta take a huge drive. I have to go for a drive. You thought I was gonna be talking about my ass and my poo and the poo in my ass. But now I am. I have to take a shit, so I'm gonna do the Doofus Club shoutouts really quickly. The Doofus Club is at 159 people. Dude, seriously, you guys are insane. I love every single one of you. Zombie Fan, Alderoth 01, EK, Ultimate Jack, Bobby Hinner 2, Blast 1314, Snake Eyes 327, Devastator 2000, Edge Knight 1789, Raptor 1, My Name Was Gamer World, Now It's I Rub by Nips to Joe, Wild Gamer 3001, Sad Freighter, MK2396E, Firestorm 2056, The Crocodile and the Moat Got Me Joe, Help, Hentai, X Machina Gamma, Elite Wolf, Fire Hazard 101, 105. It's 105. Why did I say 101? Epion 504. If you read this, you get a Klepto Penguin, Banshees, Partial Mean 8, GWXSS, Doom, Kaiju, Rest of the Wolf, Evan Co, OK Toodles, Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Really Zero, Gaming with Dead People, Blender Fondue, All Games Video, Neon Alec with Backwards, Max Kill V2 Gaming, Biscuit 1101, Professor Twinkle, Nips, McP, Stones, Supervising Forbidden West, Remastered, Pope Raphael the Rat King, Jessica Shepard, Zombie Killer 5072, Ricky Spiral, Ricky Tiki Tabi, Muskie, it's Joe from Tennessee, because he's the only 10 I see, Ayo, Karumi the Steel Angel, Baltos Gate 3 is my favorite anime of all time, Smash Jump, Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron von Vaderholm, Cyrus failed the homework, admonished me, Joe, forgot to cancel, now I can't afford a motorcycle, Jutexican 940, Sensen Nakage, I'm talking to IE to make another thread about you, Hinoka's number 1, Saw You Fan, Creed Warrior 23, Max Itchev, We Need a Dread Game, Chap, I Am the Law, Totally Insane, Vendetta Autry, Black Cobra, Non-Void Law, Vox Salto, Knight of Cypher, Cloaked Onyx, Ninox, Reborn Me with the fan art, Nick, ML04, I own 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray with the fan art, Alex's Chocolate Factory, Choreographer, Wolf of Midnight, Stick Rider, The Cunt Connoisseur, Pig Venus, Kev Dog 1992, Steve Wayne Studios, Philip McCracken, The B-Sums, Own Gaming, Tariq Brown, Tom Spokane, Hero Culture, Thornscape, Mac and X, Severin Evans, Mr. Volume 03, This is Catalina freaking Wine Mixer, Pow, YID Trouble, Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan, Gob Gobson, Rogue Winter 919, Bobby Henner, Grimsy, Nippa, The Hangman for Hire, the artist formerly known as Eldon the Noble, Frost Crystal, Johnny Chops, Jimmy Chops, Biogenesis, Ian in Action, Bobby Pingus 97, Michael Musical, Mega Key, Kushka, The Scruffy Skull, Ghost Ho, Rio Sanki, The Judge 06, Fast Grove, Femtango, Raptor Tim, Omnis F94, Blue Hook, Joe, I forgot to cancel, now I can't pay ransom. What the fuck? Return of the King. It's upside down every time, and it always catches me off guard. Schnorlaxon, waiting on my medical card. Those were the days, boys, am I right? Jody Breeze, Smitty, Waver, Burger, Maxler, El Maximo, Massimo. I'm losing my mind. Demetrius Papijorino, Nick Advertisement, Diego Garcia, Hayes, Matty, Kippikins, Boofner, I American Idiot, Rebel Blood 80, Antoine Horton, Phantom Tusk, with Peak 6th Gen Gaming, Discord Plug, Darth Muffin, Joe, Try Crab Champions. Oh no, it's Justin, Rand Royce, Toonie Wayne, Blood Wolf, Extreme the Wolf 7, Bloodline. I've done that twice now. Bloodline, Extreme the Wolf 7. Bloodline, Extreme the Wolf. Line Wolf. Joey Scoops, my name is Mud, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, oh my god, I said expedalatrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Stop burning Joe's chicken. I'm fucking hungry. Bet Joe's script just says ramble and a target time question mark. Wanna be Hobo Jidge, Harmon Smith's fart clap, Bill at 310 Char, Rob C, I am veg, the groove banana curd, and Alan's back. Scrum Master Wilds is the best thing since sliced bread. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go play some games and stop losing my mind right now. I could play Dark Souls 3 and lose my mind even further. I could play Counter-Strike. I always keep my sanity when I'm playing Counter-Strike. Stop paying for online. Okay, toodles.